What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are back with another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time we started episode 4, found out that Edgeworth allegedly murdered somebody. We found out it was connected to the DL6 incident that we heard about in chapter 2 or episode 2. And that the victim in that incident was Edgeworth's father.
Yeah.
So, a lot of cool things in that one. And today is the first day of trial. Hopefully, it seems like it's going to be, emphasis on seems like, a lot easier than the last chapter, at least so far. And we'll see how that goes from here. December 26th, 9:44 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Karma? That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career.
Whoa.
That's
There's
unheard
no way
of.
That's the thing.
Unless he's, so cherry-picking his cases, or he's, the DA is allowing him to so cherry-pick his cases, where it's like, well, here's the open and shut case. It's Manfred's, or whatever the hell the dude's name was, Karma. He's a god of prosecution, right? A god! Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. Huh. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. It's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out.
Don't
Count
hold your breath.
Yeah, not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years! You think that's important? 40 years, Amy. 40 of them.
What was it? Was it 35 years?
You're close. It was actually 40 years,
Was
Amy.
it 25 years?
No, you're going in the wrong direction. It was 40 years, Amy.
Was it 43 years?
Oh, you're so... You know what? If he keeps it up, maybe. But he's coming up against us. So it's not getting past today. And by that, I mean, probably 3 or 4 or 5 days from now. He's as ruthless as me, times 20. That's...
He said times 10.
What is happening? That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something that Mia was like me. I'm sorry. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Sorry. I saw her, so I went into her voice. Maya? Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help right now. Don't you think? Oh. Huh? I can't. Sorry. I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best.
Oh.
I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in.
Well, this sounds like it's going to be fun.
December 26th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
We have so much evidence.
We do, actually. Not, we have some evidence to refute, at least. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. There he is.
He's an actual pirate.
Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right.
He just called the judge a fool.
He sure did. My apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well. Your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness.
Okie doke. This is going great.
What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident, now.
Rude much.
Pushy. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were two men on the boat.
Middle. The middle's like all the way over there.
There were two men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard two pistol shots. Then, the boat started to move. It went toward the boat rental shop and fused with one of the other boats that was but in the opposite direction. It's real weird now. It looks like a canoe. I can't explain it or understand it myself. Overhead map added to the court record. Overhead map of Gourd Lake. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now!
This dude's a fucking asshole.
Wait, Mr. von Karma? Yes? Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role.
You're guilty of being a fucking prick. And dressing like a pirate in my courtroom. Get out.
Yes, of course. You're quite right. No, he's not. Witness testimony, the arrest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
Who called?
I see. Very well. I assume that unknown witness that they have, who we still haven't heard from yet. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now!
Go fuck yourself. Now! He crapped himself.
Cross-examination, the arrest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there? She was the one who heard the two gunshots, right? Holy shit, what? Is he a demon?
I don't know.
Objection! Like, holy crap! What the hell is that?
He's a pirate!
Is that the voice I'm supposed to do for this dude?
Objection! That woman is a man!
Jesus. That woman and the man who called in the report are two different people, obviously. There's zero chance that's the voice I'm using for him. Like, they got Satan in to do some voice acting for the objection for this dude. God damn it, are you kidding? Holy crap.
He's a pirate.
That was the most intimidating but also comically stupid things I've ever heard. Objection. Oh my god.
I was at the dentist getting my teeth filled.
Oh my god. Anyway, that woman and the man who called in the report are two different people, obviously. Different people? There were two witnesses. Is that a shock to us? We knew that. Because, okay, hold on. Because we were told, this is so stupid. There's no way we don't know this. We were told that there was an unknown witness that we were not going to be able to get access to. Yeah. Right?
But then it was Lotta
No,
or whatever.
it wasn't. Because then when we spoke to Lotta and she found out that she had the picture of the murder, she goes, oh, should I go to the cops? So obviously if the cops had a witness, it wasn't the woman that we sent to the cops.
Yeah.
That's obviously not it. So she was not the witness we didn't get access to. There are very clearly at least
butts.
2. Yes, it was butts. There were very clearly at least 2 witnesses.
Yes, there were. The game is stupid.
Yes, I know all about it. Their testimonies were quite similar, however.
Our testimonies were quite similar, however.
What the hell is wrong? Oh my god. What is wrong with you? You did a really good job of doing, like, the teeth thing, though. Jesus. Wow. That was... Wow. I'm moving on.
Okay.
Today, I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping? Lotta Hart. What happened next, detective? We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Oh my god. Detective. Yeah. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review.
What?
So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir.
What the fuck, dude? You're so fucked.
That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Objection. Yeah, we know. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense. He knows the fucking whatchamacallit? Defendant.
Yeah.
I almost said plaintiff.
Yeah, but we didn't ask... Well, and he... Yeah, but we could ask him in regards to both. We just have to set up a proper foundation for it first. And we have not done that yet.
Yeah, well...
Man, he's got his share of objections. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, so this would be where we would do that. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep trust and relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue, now. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. Wow, it's a good thing we pressed, otherwise this item wouldn't have been put into evidence, even though that's really dumb, and it's the prosecution's job to put forth any of these pieces of evidence, even though we're the ones that got the autopsy from the cop, and now us asking the cop about it are the one that put this bullet in. It's really stupid.
Yeah.
He was shot through the heart, and Edgeworth is to blame. God, I wish I was faster on that. God damn it, that sucks. Fatally.
Lotta Hart is to blame.
Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence, even though...
Need the shape of it to be well preserved. It has a serial number, doesn't it? I guess an individual bullet probably doesn't.
Well, and
But you know what type of gun it's from, regardless of the shape it's in.
I mean, you know the caliber of gun that it's from. You don't know the type of gun that it's from.
That's the same thing, isn't it?
No. At least not to my knowledge. But also, what I'm referring to is the specific gun will put specific, like, markers on the bullet. So what you need is to do a test fire out of the suspect's gun to see if the markings on the test fired bullet match the markings on the actual bullet. But obviously that wasn't done because then the trial is 24 hours after the incident, which is really stupid.
The gun either.
I mean, I assume they do if Edgeworth was there, but we don't have it in evidence, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course that's what I mean.
Yeah. Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence. Pistol bullet added to the court record. Found in the victim's body, fired from a .22 caliber pistol. Yeah. Okay. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. What? Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe? That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Good thing we pressed him there too. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence.
Oh my god.
What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. That was not a laugh.
Nope.
There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What?
I mean, we're his fucking defense attorney. Like, we would know all of that shit.
Again, not if the trial is 24 hours after the incident and we just aren't told fucking anything.
And we don't become his
It's
attorney
not how court
until,
works.
like, an hour before the
Yeah.
fucking proceeding.
Yeah, none of this is how a court proceeding works at all. Order! Order! So, Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yes, Your Honor. Sorry, that was a terrible voice for him. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Pistol added to the court record. The murder weapon, .22 caliber, fired 3 times. Bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Fired 3 times.
You would have no idea how many times it was fired.
I mean, if there were 3 missing bullets, and then you assumed that it was fully loaded, but...
That's an assumption.
Sure. But, okay, but it says it was fired 3 times, yet Lotta only heard 2 shots.
Yeah.
So that's very important and something to keep our eye out for. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir? Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick! What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well. I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it.
Oh my god. Now!
Me? Yeah.
I'm sorry. No!
Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was, without a doubt, fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge? I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However... You wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge? Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess. Now! But wait, Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man! Yes! Ahem. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? Wow.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Wow, we literally took a 10-minute break after being in there for an hour and 10 minutes. We started at 10 a.m., right?
Yeah.
It's 11:09 a.m., December 26th, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints are on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me. I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there?
You just said you were right fucking there. Like, it's one thing if, like, he got shot from a distance with, like, a long arm or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You know, I heard a gunshot from very close by.
Yeah, but what, there's a second boat? Like...
Could be from the shore. You just said if it was a long arm. You could see two people in the boat from a photograph.
It's a pistol.
Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he'd shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh. How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya? Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh. Sorry. It's no good. Ugh. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick?
Wow.
If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No, I need you here, or yeah, you're useless.
Wow.
Holy
that is seriously fucked.
Holy fuck, oh my god.
That's so messed up.
Wow. Leave it in the comments if you ever said, yeah, you're useless and what happens, because God knows I'm not saying that here.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, that's so rude. Also, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. Hey, no, I need you here. No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? Wow.
Wow.
Phoenix, what the fuck,
That's
dude?
still almost as fucked up.
It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Aw, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately, but you never know when my luck's gonna run out. Really? Whoa, right! Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops.
This is such a fucking... Like... Oh my god, this is hopeless.
Court is back in session. Mr. von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university?
I don't remember her voice that I did.
I mean, she's supposed to be a southern drawl, right? So it would be, that I am.
Yeah, but I
to that
didn't
effect.
do that.
Correct.
Because I didn't know that going in.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like just a loud, like, weird voice.
Yes, it sure was.
I remember that.
She says y'all a lot and reckon and drawl.
Yeah, it's weird.
It sure is.
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. See, now this guy gets around the issues that Edgeworth had by not asking anyone their name and just stating their name at the beginning of his questioning. And don't add anything trivial or subjective.
Wow.
Understand?
She's mad already. Love it. Y'all need to learn some manners.
No, I don't. Understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please. Witness testimony, witness's account. Here you go, Amy. Have fun.
We don't actually, know what she's gonna say here.
We have some general idea, yeah.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
That's it? Enough.
Huh?
Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So, the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order! 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 I will have order! Jesus. Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Thanks, so glad I got to cross-examine my witness, you piece of shit. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Yeah. Wait, Your Honor, I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination? Yes, you fucking pile of garbage. Yes, a cross-examination.
This is the dumbest fucking shit, man.
So angry. No, you don't get to cross-examine. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? Oh, I don't know. The fact that there's not a gigantic sign that's irrefutable that says, this one on the right is definitely Edgeworth, and this one on the left is definitely the victim. This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Ugh. Very well. If I have to, or you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions.
Thanks for your permission to cross-examine the witness.
In not your courtroom.
It's my fucking job to do it, but thanks.
You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court for doing your goddamn job.
No, you won't.
Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you gonna do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony?
Oh, yeah.
I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything.
You're not a detective or a fucking
defense attorney,
lawyer, or a fucking crazy pirate who thinks he's a judge.
Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. Thanks, Judge. Glad to see that you're being impartial. Fucking asshole.
I mean, he wasn't the entire time, so...
All right, here you go again.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon.
Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day.
Huh? Yeah, well, yes.
Jesus Christ. I know you want to find contradictions, but really... I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony.
I was in my car.
Ugh, I still want to press her on it.
I think you should.
Yeah, I definitely should. Why were you camping there anyway?
I'm a research student at my university.
We know that already. Go on.
Country U.
Yeah. Nice.
I was taking pictures to use in my research.
Yes, testify about the meteor shower.
Yes.
What research? This all sounds suspicious. Definitely press further. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. What the fuck?
What?
He's trying to sustain his own objection. Wait, now I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. I heard this... Oh, sorry, this is you. Sorry.
I heard this bang come up from the lake.
He's trying to take the judge's job. I'm trying to take your job.
Yeah, that's fine. She's missing her eyebrows.
She plucked them too much.
It looks like it.
And then forgot to draw the rest of them in.
Well, she was camping, so...
Yeah. So, you weren't looking at the lake at that time?
Nope. I looked after I heard that noise.
Jesus. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. Yeah, I mean, if he gets tired after an hour and 10 minutes and needs a 10-minute break, it would make sense that he would be upset that we'd be wasting 2 minutes having, like, a polite, continuing conversation with her.
Well, you know, Pirate Devil Man needs to eat souls at every recess. And,
yeah.
You know, it starts to drain his energy if he doesn't get to do that.
Yeah,
so.
it's like the portrait of Dorian Gray. He starts getting older.
He's dressed like that. When I looked out the window, I saw 2 gents in a boat.
Could you clearly see the 2 men?
Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you.
Uh-oh. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the 2 men.
Yeah, well, of course.
The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something.
Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Wait, why would I not press the other? Sorry. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out?
Well, yeah, sure.
Seems convinced.
Yeah.
And here's the... You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless! Contradictions, Mr. Wright. Not meaningless babble. Von Karma? I think I hate you.
I do.
I was going to say, you and Amy both, Phoenix. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end?
There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, sure as a country gal can be.
That sounds pretty sure.
Oh my god. The worst.
Sorry, I was looking at you. Why aren't you doing the voice, Amy?
How come you're so sure?
How come you're so sure? Sorry.
Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake.
Scan the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Objection! Yeah, of course. Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained.
This guy's such a fucking idiot.
That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. That's... But, Your Honor... You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I am afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately.
He didn't make any promises of putting fucking Phoenix in contempt. That was you. Because you're a fucking dickhead who way oversteps his bounds.
Understood. Nick! Lotta's testimony's fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who just yelled, hold it?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
Edgeworth?
Who was that? It was me.
Whoa.
Maya. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
Wow. Yes, her lady parts are leaking.
Oh, Jesus.
You fucking cocksucker.
No, I do not! Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks!
Oh my god, I can't handle this.
It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta.
What's the big idea, treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him. I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. I just bit my tongue while I was saying that.
Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No! Wait! I assume it's her again. Yeah. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. What? Did you hear what Ms. Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order!
Oh my god, dude. You wouldn't have to say it so many times if you didn't let random people take charge of the courtroom. What the fuck?
You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection.
Oh my god.
Yeah, got quiet. Take charge, Judge. I'm sorry, Mr. von Karma, but I cannot. What? Ms. Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court!
You weren't even gonna let him cross-examine her to begin with.
No.
And now you're saying he has the right to do it a second time?
Yeah. No, I am. If you're gonna arrest someone, arrest me! Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya.
She helped.
Yeah, exactly. I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. That last statement.
I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth.
Alright, I guess now is the time to show this foggy-ass photo. Got you! Got you, Miss Hart! Finally!
What? You got what?
Look at this photograph. Every time I do
The
it...
photo
anyway.
I took? Nice.
The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Ms. Hart.
So?
This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet, even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How?
What? What?
Mr. Wright has a point.
Oh my god.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please! Yet now she has said it, Mr. von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself! Ms. Hart,
What?
could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could. I said I could, and I meant I could.
Nice. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in von Karma's carefully vague testimony. All right, tell us how Edgeworth was seen, Amy/Lotta.
Let's do it. You're right. It was a cold night, and the fog was thick as grits. Grits is thick.
Yeah.
So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me.
Bullshit.
When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem.
You used binoculars? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one had better be good. How Edgeworth was seen.
You're right. It was a cold night, and the mist was thick as grits.
I'm not gonna... Is there a reason to press her on that? I can't imagine.
No. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car.
Your camera?
Yeah, it's got an automatic...
The issue we are concerned with here is Ms. Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. Ugh, he's not letting her answer any of my questions.
Still, I brought my binoculars with me.
Binoculars?
Yeah, binoculars.
Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars, for that? It's true. I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Why was it pointed at the lake, not the fucking sky? This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. I would press it, because who knows if there even is a...
Set to automatically take a picture when a loud noise is detected faces the lake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna present this to her on that.
Okay.
There you go. We did it. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie.
Say who? Oh, says who? That makes more sense.
Yeah, that's fine.
She just talks weirdly, so I assume what she's saying doesn't make sense.
I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart.
Oof.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Show evidence or I don't know.
I mean, I don't think we know.
I don't either. Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Gordy. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting at Gourd Lake. Well, Miss Hart?
I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy.
Do I have proof? What's in the court record? I guess I should check.
I mean, if we got to see any of the other photos on the camera, we would see that. I'm sure there aren't any of meteor showers.
No, but I'm gonna still say it's the camera, so I'll say I have proof. Because again, it's set to go off at bangs. Like, right, that doesn't make sense if it's the...
Well, that doesn't make sense for Gordy either.
I guess. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster? This is my only shot, right? Like, what the hell else would it be?
Yeah.
The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged.
Oh.
It does not say that in the article that we can see, but sure. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart? You were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you?
Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart?
I mean, we try.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
We try our best. Thanks. I love you too.
So, smart boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what?
Huh?
That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
You're a monster. You exist. Hey!
But, as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Ms. Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right. Fine. I'll testify. It won't change nothing tough. Though.
You got it. Something will change. It has to. And I'm gonna spot it.
Good luck with that, Phoenix.
Lotta's new testimony.
She's sweating.
Shaking that afro a little bit.
Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm shocked. I'm an investigative photographer.
Okay.
That's kind of interesting. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. In a spot that's clearly marked no camping.
Exactly, yeah.
But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Oh my god.
Jesus.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. That would be a first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor.
What about Edgeworth? I thought he was gonna get to testify.
No? I guess not.
They talked about it,
that would
and
be
then
our
he wasn't
witness.
allowed to.
Yeah, that would be our witness, I guess. All right, so here's her new testimony.
Actually, I'm not a research student at a university.
All right, so give me 1 second. I have to remind myself what's here. 1 bullet shot to the heart. So then why were there 2 shots, maybe?
Yeah. Well, so somebody heard 3 shots, right?
The bullet fired 3 shots, or fired 3 times.
The gun says it fired 3 times.
Correct.
Even though that doesn't make sense because they wouldn't know that from the gun.
Right. But also, so yes, this says it was fired 3 times. Her testimony says there were 2 shots, but then the autopsy says there was 1 bullet shot to the heart.
Yeah.
So
nothing about finding a second bullet.
Well, it would be in the lake somewhere.
Yeah,
There's no way
probably.
they'd find it. Especially again, the trial is 24 hours later.
Yeah.
It's real dumb. But anyway, yeah, so I have no idea, man.
Okay.
But let's there's nothing to present to her on that claim. I just wanted to double check our evidence to see what we had. This is the overhead map of Gourd Lake.
Okay.
So, okay. All right. So yeah, I'm not a research student at a university. That's somewhat irrelevant.
I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I had gotten a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time.
I guess I'll press her on this. In fact, let me press her on a couple of things. It's not like pressing is a bad thing. But that's all I was hiding. Okay, hold on. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake.
Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake be swarming with competitors?
Yeah, like competitive photographers or journalists to take pictures of Gordy.
No.
Competitors?
Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop.
Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth?
Well, actually...
God damn it. Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case!
Shut up.
Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet.
When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake.
Exactly what sort of sound was it?
Oh, well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was like a sharper... It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. Because it was the party poppers.
Yeah. There wasn't... Oh, sorry, this is still you.
There wasn't much else to look at, so I would just watched the boat the whole time.
There wasn't much else to look at?
Yep.
I don't know. If she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat.
What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for?
Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot.
Right, so if there wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time.
You pressed that already, and all she said was yep.
Right. He said maybe it's time for some evidence. So I'm trying to think of what evidence I could put forth for that. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time.
The Gordy article, like saying you would be looking for Gordy or something?
Guess. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat?
What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person be looking at it.
I agree. Any normal person would. But
You're a weirdo.
Yeah, but you are far from normal.
What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? Amazing.
Catch her outside or whatever.
Catch me outside. How about that?
You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Order! Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Wow. Well?
Well, now that y'all mention it,
Wow.
I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really.
You weren't? Because it sounds like you were.
I thought, I could be witness to a murder and all.
Yep, she definitely seemed like she was trying to do it for the fame.
Yep.
Even when we spoke to her out on the lake, it seemed like that. She was like, oh, should I go to the police? And she was like super happy that she was going to get the opportunity to like go be a witness.
Right. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof.
Still, we can't see who is shooting who in... Sorry. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took this photo and...
Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
I was gonna object to that because she didn't take the photo. The fucking camera automatically took the photo.
Yep.
Shut my what?
What was she gonna say? She took the photo, and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's gonna enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement or wait and see what happens?
Make her show the enlargement.
Miss Hart, look at this photograph. Again, you enlarged this photograph, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist.
What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool.
Awesome.
Amazing.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart, show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
Now.
Mortal Kombat! Anyway. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. It would be overruled, but sure. The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is, and she just whips it up.
Exactly. Flops it right on the table. Can't see shit. We still cannot see who's firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Lake photo added to the court record, taken automatically on 12/25 at 12:15 a.m. Happy now, Mr. Wright? Hold on a second. Actually, I want to check something. So if this was taken at 12:15... Oh, but the other one's gone now.
It's the same photo. It's just been enlarged.
Oh, I see. Silly me. Sorry. Yep. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that those times weren't like one was at noon and one was at 12:15. Like, okay.
I mean midnight.
Yeah.
But still.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, yes, thank you.
But it's the same
12
photo.
o'clock.
So
Yeah. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. Actually, wait. Can I see it? Take a look at that gun.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Fine.
She said in her testimony that she didn't see the bright light until she heard the second shot.
Yeah.
So this would be a photo of the second shot, not the first shot.
I guess so.
Because it would only activate at the sound of the bang anyway, so it probably missed taking a photo of the first shot.
Yeah. And little good has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo. Somewhere.
I was gonna say we could try to look at the clothing and see if the clothing makes any
they're
sense.
in trench
but
coats.
No. Yeah, you can't even see the clothing.
Isn't the gun the same? It's not different, right? 4 lines diagonally to the left.
Yeah.
And then a screw.
Yeah. I mean, that's correct.
The hammer isn't there, though. Like, the hammer on the back of the gun is different, maybe?
Go back to the photo. You just can't see it because it's dark.
Yeah. Is it the hands? The hands look quite clear.
Yeah.
But we don't have any evidence that could contradict that.
No.
This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement. Show other evidence or wait and see.
I don't know here.
Object to the enlargement?
What would you object to? I mean...
That it's not real?
Well, we didn't get to keep the other photos, so we can't compare them.
I know.
I mean, the light coming off of the gun wasn't visible in the original, smaller, unenlarged photo.
Yeah.
So this might be the second photo?
I don't know, but let's give it a try. Let's try to object to it. Let's see what happens. Your Honor, there's something decidedly strange with this enlargement. Okay, it seems like we're right. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. All right, Amy, I think you're right. So we'll go with the muzzle flare.
Yeah.
Here, Your Honor. Where? Mr. Wright, I understand you're in a tight spot. However, you have nothing to gain by making baseless claims of faulty evidence. Okay, so it's not the muzzle flare. Your Honor, never mind that. My finger slipped. Please, let me show you again.
I guess the stance? Because the photo shows them, standing normally, straight on.
Right.
And then, the stance is he's moving back away.
I'm going to try the back of the gun, see what happens. I think I'm wrong again. Here, Your Honor.
Yeah, because the music didn't stop.
The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor.
Oh. It's the left hand.
Versus the right hand.
Yeah.
Because that's where his fingerprints were the right hand fingerprints.
Yeah.
Okay. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. Okay. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. Thank you, Amy. Good call. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night.
I mean, you don't actually know that, but...
However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? You know what's really interesting is that it doesn't matter because it's not on the defendant to prove himself innocent.
Right.
He's innocent until proven guilty. So the prosecution saying, defense, tell us who it was then, it doesn't matter. We just disproved your case and that's all we actually have to do.
Right.
The burden of proof is on you, you asshole.
The answer he is an asshole.
Right, but the answer is still the victim himself, I assume.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Miss Hart. She had no motive. And it wasn't Larry because he had no motive. Yeah.
And she couldn't have, thrown the pistol onto the boat from the shore.
Yeah. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order! Order! So what do you think? If that's true, which we don't know if it is,
Right.
because Edgeworth said he heard a shot from somewhere else.
Right.
Which means it wouldn't have been the guy shooting himself. But if that's the case, what do you think? Edgeworth confronted him and he felt so guilty about it that he killed himself?
I don't know.
I don't either, but I also don't think it was him.
It doesn't seem like Edgeworth confronted him. The victim was the one holding the gun if it wasn't Edgeworth.
Sure, but regardless, they were out on a boat.
He was pointing it at Edgeworth.
They were out on the boat at midnight on Christmas. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. Who knows? So, you're saying that the victim committed suicide? I'm going to take a second and get on my soapbox here. Hi, everybody. My name's Joe. Let's have a talk for just 1 second. It's something that is very important to me, so I want to say it, and then we will move on and not cover this topic any longer. Committed suicide is something that people should probably stop saying. Committed suicide, depending on the situation, right? Here we don't know what the hell's going on.
Right.
But a lot of times, suicide is typically associated with things like, I don't know, depression and other serious issues that would cause someone to take their own life. This man, if we are saying that he shot himself, died by suicide. Committed suicide is an old, antiquated term that referred to when suicide used to just straight up be a crime. Now that we understand mental health a lot better, we understand more often why people die by suicide or take their own lives. So committed suicide is a very old and antiquated term, and I hate it. So just throwing it out there. I've read it because it's right here in front of me on the screen, but I'm just saying. If you have opinions on it, I would love to hear your opinions in the comments down below. As always, I'm not just putting it out there like you're wrong if you use it or whatever. I'm just saying, please be aware of some of the remaining loved ones or family members of people who have died by suicide and how it feels to be told that their loved one committed suicide. It's very rude and it's really hard to hear. So, moving on. Unless you have anything you want to add.
Nope.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There is no way it could have been suicide. Order! Order! Mr. von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Time of death sometime on the 24th or 25th, shot from approximately 1 meter away. AKA, hooray, there would have been no way we would have known any of this because we didn't have the proper autopsy report. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. That is... What?
One, that wouldn't be your opinion because you've seen evidence that it wasn't him. Yeah. And then 2, who cares what your opinion is?
Yeah.
Look at the facts of the case.
However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings from this trial for the day, not declare the man not guilty, even though he hasn't been proven guilty, but just suspend the proceedings because we're gonna find him guilty. Don't you worry. The court orders the defense and the prosecution.
Ask him if he's ambidextrous. And he was juggling the gun between both of his hands.
Yeah, exactly.
For funsies.
The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh, man.
December 26th, 1:15 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Phew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't die by suicide, then who... The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Huh. Look. I'm gonna go check on Maya. Yeah. Oh. Right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Thanks. Yup. Come on, you can say, you big galoot. Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I mean, yeah, it seems like it.
Yep.
Guess what? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Lotta's deposition added to the court record. I heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight on 12/25, so good. Now we have in evidence the gunshot 3 times, the person shot once, and Lotta hearing 2. So that's massive contradictions all over the place, and we can use any of those pieces of evidence to contradict other witnesses' testimonies saying anything to the contrary.
And if Maya still has one of those poppers that she didn't pop off, then we can submit that to evidence too as a possibility.
I thought it would have just still been there, but I think we used them. But I'm not sure. Because otherwise it would have just been in evidence, I imagine. I don't know, man. Hey, this episode was long. I think it seems like all of them are going to be, and that's just how it's going to work here in episode 4. All this stuff takes a lot longer, but thank you all so very much for sticking it out with us. Yes. We really appreciate it. Thank you for listening to my, like I said, my kind of soapbox statement. It's something that's really important to me, and I think, it's something that I want more people to be aware that at least that's how I feel. And again, it's my opinion. It's not, I won't lose respect for people or anything. It's just, I hope people will understand. But please feel free, as I kind of quickly mentioned earlier, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. It will allow you to get notifications whenever any of our videos come out, including the continuation of this series next week. I would say, so far, knock on wood, this has still been easier than episode 3. There hasn't been anything where we've been like, I don't know what the hell to do. Like, all of this stuff was logical in terms of where we were supposed to impeach testimony, and so
it was easier than last time so far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so
I agree.
Hopefully it stays that way. Definitely tune in next week as we start day 2 of our investigation, and we will see where that takes us before the next day of the trial again. Mm-hmm. So for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I've been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.